and I still got hands. They slow, but if you get up on me real close, I can still knock your monkey ass out. I just don't have the quickness I have. You know how to turn my hip and shift that weight, and I'll knock your short ass out.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? I know y'all came here to take y'all SATs, classes in session, so scan your eyes and get your mind right, because I got a whole lot of stuff here for y'all to see. The rumor is Steve Harvey practicing for the next time he see Katt Williams. I know y'all heard the threats, but Steve Harvey ain't playing.
See, I got you. Come on. Come on, let's go.
Uh-oh.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna touch you now.
Uh-oh. Look, he don't want none. Steve Harvey was handling this young man like it was no problem. We can't say the same thing for Katt Williams. We about to get on with the video, but y'all gonna have to let me know in the comment section who y'all got, Steve or Katt. Cause Steve was talking like he want to kill this man.
Penny Annie ass hater who is, and you'll never have a hater that's doing better than you. Don't get off the wall to dress some penny Annie ass boy who ain't got going for himself. You done stopped your climb up on the wall so you can come down here and talk to his little punk ass. Don't do that, man. I stay away from it. Now, do I want to? Yes. Because I'm a human being and I'm hood. I used to be a fighter. And I still got hands. They slow, but if you get up on me real close, I can still knock your monkey ass out. I just don't have the quickness I have. You know how to turn my hip and shift that weight, and I'll knock your short ass out.
Man, it looked like Steve Harvey ain't worried about Katt Williams at all. He said he'll knock the perm out that man's head. Steve about 2 times bigger, about 3 times wider. He said he used to be a boxer. I don't doubt it. Steve's hand can wrap around Katt Williams' head twice. So if I had to bet, and which I would never do, because you can't doubt Katt Williams. You can't count him out. It ain't about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the Chihuahua, y'all. I believe Katt got some bark with his bite, but that don't matter when the whole world seen you get manhandled by a 12-year-old. Oh, damn. Damn, he flipped MMA his ass. He Conor McGregor Katt Williams, and the whole world seen it. Now don't get it twisted. This ain't your average 12-year-old. And I know Katt Williams learned a thing or two about melanin that day. He got to choose his battles more wisely. They saying that's the reason why he going at Steve Harvey, because he light-skinned. And Cedric the Entertainer overweight and ain't got enough stamina to keep up with Katt. He choosing his battles wisely, but according to Steve, he ain't choosing them wise enough. Y'all need to be taking notes because I'm going to be asking y'all about this later in the video. Steve Harvey talks hater. Many assume to be Katt Williams. He said, I knock your short ass out. Of course he was talking about Katt Williams. Harvey also made references to the hater's famous perm. Katt Williams still wearing the perm. Steve ain't got no perm. Who got more jokes on the other person when one person got a perm and the other one bald-headed? Now, you could crack a lot of bald-headed jokes, but a man with a perm, Steve got unlimited ammunition, and he said he wanted to put hands on this man. And if they ever get around to fighting, God forbid, you can't say Katt Williams didn't ask for it.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit. And then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask him, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. The same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin that can't talk good over KB and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none.
Now, how he gonna say something like that in front of Shannon Sharpe? Like, Shannon Sharpe ain't big in country. You see, Shannon ain't smile, he ain't laugh, he ain't say nothing. He was hurt. That Katt felt that way about him. If you could say that about Steve, you could say the same thing about Shannon Sharpe. But I guess he wasn't thinking when he said what he said, because if Shannon got offended and decided he wanted to get up and put hands on Katt, he probably would have been in a similar situation like he was with that 12-year-old boy, but worse. So imagine if Steve got mad and started huffing and puffing and taking off his shirts. It'd be just like this, y'all.
Don't fight.
Let it happen.
Nigga, I ain't even in the phone, but what the? Nigga, you better, this ain't funny, nigga. I'll bitch slap your ass. Come on, I ain't playing.
Y'all see the way he fainted? What he gonna do if Steve Harvey get up on him like that and he all alone, ain't got no entourage, ain't got no security? He better leave Steve alone because Steve trying to mind his business. He just got off a vacation with him and Marjorie. Well, actually, they sent the kids on vacation, allegedly, so they can get it on.
Don't forget to let us know.
We are doing the war.
We're doing that cool one.
All right, sir.
Walking in with my backpack.
Safe. Hey, everybody got their
Then you
passport?
got on sneakers.
Passport. Lori? Passport. When?
You got it.
All right. Love you guys.
My credit card's for the green.
I don't know why Katt Williams feel like Steve Harvey is the weakest link. A lot of people feel like they got to start at the bottom to get to the top. Everybody that was on the Dark Lives Matter tour, that's who he should have been beefing with. Do y'all think these people compare to the people that Katt was beefing with? If they really got into a showdown and it was Katt versus Cedric the Entertainer, who y'all got? Steve Harvey versus Mark Curry, who y'all got? All the other people he mentioned going up against his roster. Now, I know this sound crazy, like I'm trying to do some East Coast, West Coast beef rivalry, but these your SATs. You got to get these answers correct so you can move on to the next phase in your life. Because if you really want to weigh these men and compare these men like a lot of y'all been doing, comparing Steve with Katt, if you want to put the credentials side by side and you had to bet on somebody who was going to succeed and who was going to fail, I couldn't bet on neither one of them because they both successful. But y'all want for Steve to fail. Y'all want to go for the underdog all the time. But what's wrong with the top dog? What Steve ever do to y'all that make y'all feel like he need to fall off? Or y'all want to see him fail and y'all don't want to see him be successful? I don't play by Steve Harvey, man. And Katt Williams the one who started all this.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to you. Because you didn't have to accept this. You could have just said, no, I'm not going to do it. You have been the king of comedy as long as we've had one. And I don't know why people made this a championship bout. And I don't know why you was okay with that. And I want to apologize for what's going to happen. The second that you get off stage, I need you to understand that that's your final time as the king of comedy. It is what it is. I hope you got a team of writers. You're going to need about 6 or 7 of them. They're going to need a couple cups of coffee. They're probably going to need some illegalities. But the one thing that's not going to happen, you're not going to beat me. It's not possible. The only thing you could do is forfeit. Anytime you count me out, you miscounted. I think you understand that. I want you to tell your people. I want you to put it on your radio station. I want you to let them know that this is a fight you can't win. And that they shouldn't expect it. And maybe you'll get on stage and maybe you'll tell people this is not a championship bout. out at all. Maybe you can pretend like this is just you handing off the crown to me, and then we can do it civilized. But I remember when you didn't even know who Katt Williams was, and you was on your radio station asking people, who is Katt Williams? It wasn't until you found out that you couldn't really handle me that you decided to be friendly with me. But as soon as you got the opportunity to think I was weak, oh, you got a little bass in your voice.
The truth of the matter is, Katt Williams has been bullying Steve Harvey for years. And it's cold when you think about it. It's mean and it's cruel. Steve never wanted no problems with Katt. Steve doing his own thing. He ain't never responded until now. And Steve's so fed up with it, he talking violence. He want to knock Katt Williams Perm off his head. Ain't no telling what Steve been going through. He got a whole lot of aggression. He got things been weighing on his mind. You got this man out here trying to punk him. Steve bigger. He feel like he tougher. He badder. He healthier. Ain't no telling what's going to happen before the end of this year. They need to set it up, pay-per-view. Floyd Mayweather, where the money team at? They need to get them dollars up, get Steve in that ring, get Katt Williams nice and conditioned, and see how this go down. I'm willing to pay for it. Pay-per-view, pizza and wings. What they waiting on? People ain't at peace if you ain't got peace. Why do we love to see brothers bickering and fighting with each other all the time? Now, I love Steve Harvey, and I got love for Katt Williams too. But I've been noticing some things, and I really don't like it. People been disrespecting Steve because he been successful for a long time. Katt Williams been successful too. But people love the ratchetness that Katt Williams provide. Steve Harvey, on the other hand, he a Bible thumper. He married. He ain't running the streets. He ain't doing no drugs. He clean cut. He need to be the next president of the United States if you ask me. But if people was out there voting and they had Steve going up against Katt Williams would be the next president. Regardless of the things that he done in his past, people still willing to give him that vote. Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section why. Do people love this type of stuff? It's Tupac and Biggie all over again. It's sort of like when these brothers do find peace, the public gonna find a way to pit them against each other just for their entertainment. Me, I wouldn't entertain the public like that. Katt Williams making a fat bag, entertaining the public. Steve Harvey trying to figure out when the hatred gonna end. This man don't got paid, he don't did his tour, and y'all still got this hatred for me because Katt got a problem? That just goes to show people will rather roll with the wrong side just because it feel good. Hell yeah, it feel good rolling with Katt. He's 60-something years old with some True Religion jeans on. Steve Harvey ain't got on no True Religion jeans. Steve Harvey ain't got no iced out chains. Steve Harvey ain't macking on 5 or 6 hoes in the public. Now, we don't know what he doing behind closed doors. Y'all got to answer the question.
I've always been cool with Katt. He said in an interview that back in L.A. when I didn't know who he was, I mean, I understand that I didn't know who he was when I was on the radio in L.A. He hadn't been in any movies or anything. And, the brother was just not that known, but he was talking about me in the clubs, and I just asked on the radio, whoever Katt Williams is, to call me. He called me. He straightened it out. We became friends. We've been cool ever since, so I thought. And now, all of this here, man, but at the end of the day, here's the deal. When I get to Detroit New Year's Eve, I've done one thing for 23 years. Mm-hmm. I've bred it. I put the butter on my bread with jokes for 23 years. My granddaddy taught me this right here. Dogs don't bark at parked cars. A dog only barks at a car that's moving and going somewhere. It is a common thing for a dog to bark up at the moon. But if the moon barks back at the dog becomes famous. I'm not a rapper, dog. You ain't got to threaten me, and I ain't got to be threatening you.
It's obvious Katt Williams trying to appeal to a younger audience. You can tell by the jewelry he wear, the style of clothes he wear. So in order to get the younger generation to pay attention and to stay relevant, you got to be about that drama. You got to be about that smoke. If you not, you a lame. Since Steve Harvey and Cedric and all them, not trying to get on that young people time, it got them looking soft out here in these streets. But people got to realize these some grown men. They tired. They got other stuff going on. Even if they did have the strength for drama, they would rather use that strength somewhere else. But Katt, his bread and butter is off the culture. As long as he can keep a certain demographic rocking with him, he gonna be good forever. And I don't blame him for that, especially when Hollywood blackballing, you gotta take it to the streets. You gotta stay connected with the ghetto. But it's sad that the only way you can do that is if you living like Tupac Shakur. And that's exactly what Katt living like. Katt-pocalypse. People took down the Last Supper and put up a picture of Katt Williams just like this in their grandmama living room. Now they keep going on and on about Steve stealing jokes, but it really shouldn't matter if the joke ain't funny.
Can you talk about this joke stealing thing, man?
Well, joke stealing thing, is something. It's so many influential comedians out there. When you guys was coming up, for the example, the rap game, nobody could have took your music, and it happens so much. Just like, damn, either you got to defend yourself, or you got to let them know that you're gonna step to him, and I take it personal. Yeah. I'm gonna step to you. I don't give a f. I'm gonna step to you, bitch. If you stealing my shit, f you and your family. Like the Steve Harvey thing, I think he might have been doing it just bitch move. Not maybe stealing my material. Maybe giving the benefit of the doubt. Maybe one of his writers did it, but we all know whose material it is. And I think iterative motives. It ain't about the money. Got enough money. You know what I mean? So it look like you want some of me. You want to be me.
In costumes, 8 kids, please. Mama sent us down to the liquor store, put boxes on us. We didn't know what we were. I don't know what we are. I don't know. She didn't tell us. I think we UPS, I guess. I don't know.
That every Halloween, I had the same outfit on. Every year. I just had a brown box. No, it wasn't nothing sad. I asked my father, could I have a new outfit? And he said, no, just wear the same one. And it was just a brown box. And he just told me to tell everybody I was a UPS.
If you ask me, Steve Harvey did the joke more funny and less zesty. Maybe that's why Mark Curry's joke didn't hit that hard, because it was soft. He was twirling around on stage. Steve ain't do none of that. Shout out to Mark Curry. But hell, shouldn't have did all that you did. Steve ain't do all that. He took your joke and marginalized it. You can't be mad at him for that. All right, class, here go your next question. I need to see it in the comment section on this video. In order for it to be accurate, you got to write the question that I'm asking and then put the answer behind it. If you can do all that, you're going to get all the perks, all the praises, all the accolades that we got for y'all on the next video when we review your answer to this question right here. All I want to know is, who you got, Katt or Steve? Either way, it's going to be a shame. The same way it was a shame when Chris Rock and Will Smith got on stage and got to fighting. If Fantasia come out there screaming and hollering and the ambulance show up and they got all this on TV, CNN, ABC, it's gonna make us all look bad. So do I want to see Steve and Katt fighting? Hell yeah. I want to see if Katt can redeem himself from what happened with him and that 12-year-old boy. And if he do take down Steve Harvey, that's gonna leave Steve with the brunt of an ass whooping from an adolescent. Cause you can compare Katt to that young man. They into the same type of culture, wear the same type of clothes, same type of dress. I'm talking about the persona, not the man. Cause Katt said he read over 1 million books. Now I know he a whole lot brighter than how he come off, but to the fans in the public, they don't care. They'll be happy if Steve Harvey knocked that perm out his head like how he said he would. Now I don't never want to see nothing like that happen. But hell, they both two grown men and they got to do what they got to do. Y'all got to let me know in the comment section who you got, Katt or Steve. That's all I want to know. Leave them comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button too, y'all. I really, really do appreciate y'all. And one more thing, subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. Subscribe to my channel if that's
that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk. Baby girl, back it up, poke out your rump. It's S.A.T. that you want, and my music hit so hard, make you say, oh my God.